Good morning, YouTube and Lions fans. This is your boy, The Bridge, aka the most delusional Lions fan that you're ever going to meet. First things first, before we get the video started, I need y'all to go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below. All right, so what we're going to be talking about in this video today is what's all of this noise about tanking the season, and trying to trade Matthew Stafford away. All right. If y'all have any valid reasons of why y'all think that should happen, please drop it down in the comments. Because me personally, I don't feel like that should happen at all because we have a decent team. In my opinion, it's just the coach might not be the right fit, but we go see after the Cardinals game. I don't think it's anything wrong with our quarterback personally. I don't really even think it's anything wrong with our offense. The defensive coach that we have, I'm talking about Patricia. He's supposed to be a defensive-minded coach, and he hasn't shown us any type of improvement on the defense. And me personally, I think he's just been kind of exposed, because he's not under the umbrella of Patricia, and that's my opinions on it. I feel like when he was with the Patriots, he looked great because of the system that Belichick, I'm sorry, I said Patricia, but I feel like he was under the umbrella of Belichick, and he looked good because of Belichick, the system that he had in place, that he had been working on, or whatever. And I don't feel like Patricia really had a lot of say in what plays was ran on defense, and I feel like that's being shown now because if you go back and look at all of the coaches that came under Belichick and tried to go and coach on their own, they have not been successful at all. Their record is below 500, all of the coaches combined. Nobody that was under Patricia has been successful. An offensive coach that they have over there, he tried to leave before, but the Patriots, they did something and he ended up staying, but I feel like anybody that's coached under Belichick have been given a status of being a good coach in that position, whether it's defense, whether it's offense, whether it's a receiver coach or running backs coach, special teams, whatever it is. I feel like they've been tagged good coaches because they come from the Patriots organization. But it's starting to come to my attention and to be very clear now that these coaches are not that good. It's the system that Belichick have created over there, that makes everybody flourish in their role, and I feel like when Patricia was there, he flourished in his role very good because he was there for so long and he had mentoring and tutoring under one of the best coaches to ever do it, and I feel like now that he doesn't have that mentoring and that tutelage that was happening and he's out here on his own, it's not all coming together because maybe he don't have or know all of the tricks, that Belichick had. Maybe he didn't share everything with him, and now it's it's coming at our organization. It's making us look even worse, because I don't understand how you go from 9-7, you feel me, to 6-10, and then you go to 3-12-1. It's like we were getting there, and the progression was happening. We were making the playoffs. So we was getting there, and then it's like the Lions organization don't want to see the team be great, because who in their right mind fires a coach that was above 500? And all of y'all fans, that was okay with the Caldwell firing and stuff, come on, y'all got to look at it logically. You had a winning record, no matter if you didn't like the man or whatever reason you had for not liking Caldwell. We had a winning record. Was he getting it done? No, but I mean, he wasn't getting us past the first round of the playoffs. But tell me another coach that got us to the playoffs in the last 15 years. And I said 15 years because I know some of y'all like to go back to them Barry Sanders days when we was winning the division and stuff. But I'm saying, tell me who's gotten us past the did we even get past the? I'm going to have to look that one up because I don't know if we got, we did get past the first round with Barry, I believe. Yeah, so y'all tell me in the last 15 years, what coach for the Lions have gotten us to the playoffs and has gotten us a playoff win? Caldwell didn't get us a win, but name one that got us there. So it's just like Jim Schwartz didn't get us to the playoffs. Rod Marin. Y'all knew I'm about to talk about my man, Rod Marin. He didn't get us to the playoffs either. Patricia, he not showing me no signs that he gonna get us there. And I know that we have the right team to do it. If them guys on the defensive line, if they come with a little more oomph and pride, then I know like we gonna be able to do it because they show signs of greatness. Like we know they have it. It's just the right coach is gonna be able to tap into it. And I don't. The guys, they say they 200% behind Patricia, but I mean, who's not gonna say that about their head coach in the media? I mean, like, you're not gonna go out there saying, yeah, man, I don't like the guy, unless you Slay, but unless you Darius Slay. But, like, our guys not gonna go out there and do that, like, they've been doing these peaceful protests and stuff like that, and trying to, make sure that the community like, they're behind them and stuff, So I don't think they would bring a negative light on the head coach with everything else that's going on, that we have going on. They're not going to do that. But a lot of those guys, you can tell, don't want to play for Patricia. Like it's just like, man, you can see it. I was watching the clips of when they were showing like the little bit of scrimmages or preseason games that we had. It was like the training camp or whatever it was. But like they had went to Ford Field and he was like sending all of the team pieces out at once, like offense, defense, or whatever. And then he had just a section for big guys. And that's literally what he said. He was just like, yeah, y'all big guys, y'all with me. Woo, woo. Y'all ain't big guys. He was just trying to joke with them and laugh with them. But they was really, like, you could see some of them was irritated. Like, man, just let us get out on the field and get this work in. Like, he's sending them all out. Like, bruh, let them hit the field, man, get the work in. Like, you doing too much. All of the dramatics and stuff it's unnecessary, And you could just tell like a lot in the morale, And then we got our quarterback. He took a press conference. It was the same press conference where Reggie was saying how the only difference between our team and other teams is the mentality, basically from the neck up, And before him, Stafford was on, or he came after. Stafford was basically saying like, yeah, I just got to get out here and I got to score a lot of points, and it was really if you watch that press conference. The average person not gonna take it as shade, but I took it as shade because they asked him. They said, yeah. So what can you guys do differently? And I don't think he would blatantly, throw the defense out. He was saying like we all need to do better. Blah blah blah. I made some mistakes. He was saying how he made mistakes and how the offense have things that they could do better. And then and then the reporter asked him like, so yeah, what do you think you guys main problem is and what y'all can do better? Our quarterback said, yeah, I just have to get out there and score a lot of points. He was like, the offense has to score a lot of points. And it's just like, dang, so you basically saying it's going to be a shootout and the offense has to go out and score because the defense is going to let people score. In so many words, that's what he was saying, And you can't get mad at him for that because it's like, it's true. Like, I think they said teams averaging like 34 points against us. That's wild. In 2 games, So it's just like man, we really gotta do better, And I just want let's talk about how people are saying tank the season for Trevor Lawrence. I already talked about this. I'm quite frankly, just. It's like, bro, it doesn't make sense, man. I'm not really going to talk about it too much again because I already spoke about it. I personally don't feel like you should get rid of a veteran quarterback that's hungry to win. And the only thing he needs is a coach that knows what they're doing because he has all the pieces now, We're going to talk about that because Galladay is back. But Stafford, he has all the pieces, that he needs on offense, and it's just like, that doesn't make sense, y'all. Like, come on. If y'all really feel like we should tank the season for Trevor Lawrence, drop something in the comments for me. Let me know what y'all thinking, how y'all feeling about that. And then I wanted to talk about how the Lions keep on signing dudes to the practice team or whatever, it's like, bro, can y'all give us help on the actual team? Like especially on the defensive end, they just signed a center in Marcus Martin, and then the receiver I think was Joe Webb, and it's just like, bruh, we good on receivers. Like, we're good on receivers. I mean, they signed him to the practice squad, but in the past, like they signed Jonathan Williams earlier, before the season kind of started. They signed the running back Jonathan Williams, and then they just released the man. So it's like, what are y'all doing? Y'all signing these players and then just getting rid of them? Like, come on, bro. Like bring help to the places that you need it. You need help on the main roster, on the defensive end, because them guys, they don't have no type of fire under them. Like, I want to see some sacks. I want to see, like, some forced fumbles. I want to see people helmet button each other after a big play. Like, we not getting none of that energy. Like, we not getting nobody that's hyping the team up, that's firing the team up on defense. Like, we not seeing none of that on defense. Like, where's the energy at? Like, who is going to be that great player on defense for us? Because Jared Davis, in my opinion, he's a great player. But I don't really see him rallying nobody on the field. Like, bro, get fired up. And the reason they're not getting fired up is because we not getting them impact plays, on defense. We don't get them. I don't even think we've had an interception yet. I don't think so. So it's just like, man, who is gonna be that? Who's gonna be that guy on defense for us? And no, I think we got an interception against the Bears, but it's just like, who's gonna be that guy, man? I'm not seeing it. It's just like, what are y'all doing with these practice squads? Like, I understand you want different looks and stuff on practice, but it's just like, man, make changes to where you need changes made at. Because obviously what y'all doing on the practice squad, the looks that they giving y'all for these teams we're going against is not working. Because whatever look the practice squad gave y'all for Green Bay did not work. And that's real. Everybody know that's what the practice squad used. They used those guys to basically show like different looks that the other team would be in on offense and on defense. And I don't know what type of game planning or what type of film y'all had on Green Bay, but maybe they switched it all the way up on y'all because it didn't look like they prepared for them at all, I'm going to leave that there. And so we talk about the pass rush. We need something there. And the next thing I wanted to talk about was, are we really in a bad spot, though? Because I don't personally feel like we out of it. Like, it's 2 games, okay? So, one, everybody need to calm down. It's 2 games, Is the coach great? No, not at all. But it's 2 games. The Vikings are also 0-2. I'm going to give you the teams in our division. The Vikings are 0-2. The Bears are 2-0. And who did the Bears beat? They beat us. Very close game, but they beat us, by the skin of their teeth. But it's a win. Then they beat the Giants. Come on, that's nothing. The Giants are nothing to look at. So the Bears, they're not really as good as their record say they are. Sometimes a team record might say they're really good, but not necessarily. Like the last couple of years before, last year and the year before, Cincinnati was always making it to the playoffs. But Cincinnati was never really, really playoff good. 1, it was the division that they were in. And 2, it was the teams that they played. Like the Bears, they beat the Giants, man. So I don't really look at that game. And it's out of the division, so it doesn't really matter. Now, us losing to Green Bay and the Bears hurts us, but it doesn't hurt that much because the Vikings also lost to Green Bay. So that puts us in an okay position, with the Vikings losing to Green Bay, because now if we split with if we split with the Vikings, we just have to have a better record than them at the end of the day. And we have to split with the Bears and hope that the Green Bay Packers beat the Bears too. And really we're not in a bad spot in our division. And the reason I say that is because we have another team in our division that's 0-2, and that can't hurt us at all, you know. So it's like that's good, you know. And the other thing that I wanted to talk about was how the offense, you know, is going to be super effective against the Cardinals, because it's like their run game isn't all of that, you know. Their leading rusher is their quarterback. You know, everybody knows the quarterback, he gets a lot of yards when teams are in like a cover, maybe like cover 3 or prevent or something like that, you know, prevent offense or prevent defense and stuff, and where everybody in the secondary is kind of pushed back and the linebackers aren't pressing, they're in the zone, and the quarterback takes off. That's 10 yards off rip. You know, like that, he's going, and Kyler Murray's fast, so it's 10, 12 yards, you know. So we just have to make sure we contain in the QB, making sure we have somebody that's always spying on him, because the guy is quick and he's very elusive. So if he gets out that pocket, you know, like, he might be gone, you know, and he leads their team in rushes. So that should tell you everything you need to know right there, you know. Their run game isn't really that solid, you know. Not saying that they don't have running backs, because they do. But what I'm saying is their run game isn't really that solid. And then the next thing I wanted to talk about was Kenny Galladay and DeAndre Hopkins they're going to be at X factors. Last week it was our tight ends versus that linebacker core, and we didn't utilize the tight end how we should have, because if we had utilized the tight end, we would have came out a lot better than what we came out, you know, in that game. But we kind of went away from it, but that's what it is. And if we would have used them to block, you know, and had them in the game to block for the run, and we also mess up a lot by not using our fullback, and I'm gonna talk about that in the next video. You know, so I just feel like Kenny Galladay has to have a big game, because DeAndre Hopkins is going to come out and he's going to have a big game. If we have the same cornerbacks, which we will, he's going to have a big game, you know, and that's just, I'm going to just say that, you know. But I do feel like the Lions, we are still going to win this game. But I feel like it's nothing that you can do with the secondary that we have to stop him from having a big game, you know. So he's going to have a big game, and we're just going to have to deal with that and hope that Kenny Galladay is hungry, because he hasn't played in 2 weeks, you know, and he comes out on fire, you know, and Stafford just keep on hitting him, kind of like how we used to use Calvin Johnson. You're going to have to throw him some of them balls up there to get in two-man coverage sometimes, because they're going to double him. Now, they're going to double him, you know, so you're going to have to come out like that on fire, man. And that's pretty much all I got for y'all, you know. And tomorrow we're going to be talking about some very good topics. So y'all stay tuned for the next one. This is your boy, The Bridge, a.k.a. the most delusional Lions fan that you're ever going to meet. I'm out.